any media house who can give me that clip, I'll be very grateful. And it's for that reason, in all transparency, we insisted that we do the considerations live. So if anybody says, oh, and a committee, they say it was your report, you go ahead and consider it, and they put it in, bring me that live telecast. And everything we discussed, Ghanaians were witnesses. So let us get to action. Add the following new subclause. Subsection 2 does not apply. Please, for emphasis, subsection 2 does not apply to the following categories of persons and institutions. A. So I want to read all the exemptions. Oh, very well. So let's go to the subsection 2. That subsection 2 that they are now coming to create exceptions for certain categories of people in the bill. Subsection 2. Let us read what that subsection 2 of clause 9 says. So that Ghanaians, you all come along with us. That do you really think that such a clause should be maintained? Should that such a clause, some exemption should be given to it at all? So now let us get to it. The entire clause 9, the title of it is Prohibition of Propaganda of, Promotion of, and Advocacy for Activities Prohibited under this Act. This is the main thrust of the object of the bill. This is what we don't have in any part of our existing laws, for which this bill came about. Otherwise, same-sex marriage, homosexual, they are all there. They are already illegal. This is not in our bill, in any law for which we brought it. And we said that subject to the Constitution. So already, once you bring subject to the Constitution, everyone who is a journalist, who is a medical doctor, who is a professor, an academic, whatever professional that you are, your rights are protected. Your rights, the right of a lawyer to represent an accused murderer is protected. And you go and represent a murderer, and nobody will come and say that we are going to jail you for murder, or you are going to promote murder, because you have your rights under this. And no lawyer also goes to defend an accused person of any crime to promote a crime. When a lawyer goes to represent an accused person for murder, he goes to defend the fundamental rights. And he does not go to court and say, my lord, this murderer, he can go ahead and murder more and murder more. People can go and murder and murder. He doesn't go to promote murder. He goes to just defend the rights. And even when the person is jailed, he's still entitled to a lawyer. But that lawyer doesn't go to say, my lord, let us promote murder, armed robbers, go and kill and kill and kill. No, they don't promote it. They only what? Defend the fundamental human rights. When that person is incarcerated and is even in prison and he's unwell, he's entitled to go to a doctor to seek treatment. And the doctor is not promoting any such crime. So let us get the difference. For those whom NDC is deceiving, that, oh, we brought this to protect you, it is a lie. Your protection is already there in the law. So let us get to the provision. So it says that subject to the Constitution, a person shall not, as for the 9-1, it's all there, but let's focus on the 2. A person shall not promote or support an act prohibited under this act. I take it again. A person shall not promote or support an act prohibited under this act. B. A person shall not engage in, participate in, promote or support an act aimed at changing public opinion towards an act prohibited under this act. Or C. A person shall not offer premises or any other movable or immovable asset or provide any form of assistance for purposes of promoting, with emphasis on, with the purpose, for purposes of promoting an act prohibited under this act. So, if you are a journalist and you are not engaged in any activity of LGBT, what exemption do you need? Is any bill targeting you? If you're a lawyer and you haven't done any premises, movable or immovable, that is promoting such acts offensive to you. Let us get a distinction clear. So this is what clause 2 says, that nobody should promote any such things Don't do things that will entice, advocate for, and make it enticing, incentivize, advertise, campaign for it. Don't do it. But they say that no, insert this immunity. This is an immunity clause. You are lifting them above the law and saying that if you are within these categories, you can do anything that promotes LGBT, that advocates for LGBT, supports and sponsors LGBT, enables LGBT, and just by virtue that you fall within these categories, as for you, you are above the law, you should be exempted. And let's hear the exemptions. It says, A, the provision of legal advice or legal representation. So I can say I'm a lawyer, I have a client who is LGBT, and I'm giving him or her legal advice. So I can go and engage in LGBT. I can go and promote LGBT. I can go and participate in LGBT, and yet have been exempted from punishment. I can't go to jail for 10 years. Who then is to go to jail? Who then are you targeting? Then B, submissions or representations made to a court, tribunal, parliament, commission of inquiry, or a body exercising judicial or quasi-judicial functions. So I can go to court, to parliament, commission of inquiry, and go and say that LGBT, open the floodgates, open it. My lords, open it. Let everybody do what they like. What do people do in their rooms? What does it concern you? LGBT is a human. You can go and do that, and you are exempted from the bill, even in parliament. Now, see, the publication of an academic, scientific, or medical opinion. So, for instance, this physical and education and health book, elective for senior high schools, the teacher manual, which they have written on page 3, that now gender identity is no longer what is assigned at birth, but inner feeling. You can be man, or you can be male or female, or a blend of both, or you can change whatever you want at any time. This government printed and distributed. Now they are creating exceptions, so they can print more of these. That any academic, you can do a journal, you can do research, and say that I am promoting and publishing things that say that everyone can do, what do you want? You're a man, you can marry a man. You're a woman, you can marry a woman. You can change from being a man and do surgery and become a woman. You can even be all. And that you are exempted from clause 2. What it goes on to say, that the dissemination of information by a governmental body, non-governmental organization, development partner, very bizarre, development partner, or any other body engaged in the delivery of health services or the health-related programs. I want to read the provision of medical and surgical, psychological, or counseling services in accordance with accepted professional procedure. So you can just do it professionally and use it to promote. That is the emphasis. The clause 2 says promote, not just doing your job, but says promote. And then you are exempted. And it says the reporting of news or current affairs by media house or journalists in the ordinary course of journalism. In the ordinary course of journalism, you can go and say, I'm doing my journalistic work, but LGBT people, go ahead and march on. Come ahead. Marry any man that you want if you're a man. Marry any woman you want if you're a woman. Do your transgender. Reassign your birth. You are campaigning. It is marginalistic professional work. And you are exempted. If you're a journalist and you're just covering activities, you cover murder activities. Don't you cover murder stories? Don't you cover rape cases? Don't you cover defilement cases? But in all of these, who has jailed you for murder or for rape? Because you cover it, you don't do what? Promote it. But when you go and say you are promoting LGBT and making it attractive and campaigning for it, just because you have done it under this circumstance, you are exempted from it. That is the difference. Nobody should be allowed to do propaganda with this, to turn the media against MPP. That is not it. Let the fact reflect the fact. You are journalists. Let's focus on this regarding you especially. So, do you find it right that what we read in clause 2, because you are a journalist, you should be given the opportunity that you alone, as for you, that you can promote LGBT the way you want? and the bill should give you immunity. Is that the society we want to build? Then it comes to another very bizarre immunity, that the performance of public health functions, including HIV and AIDS prevention, testing and treatment and care. Now, those of you who remember the viral video of Sam George, my own very good friends, Honorable Sam George, when we met at Fiesta Royal, his outbursts, he blasted UNAIDS and Global Fund and Ghana AIDS Commission live on TV. Have you forgotten? Do you remember that viral video? You can play it. Please, do we have it? Let's play it. And you see where he accused Ghana AIDS Commission of procuring lubricants, condoms, and materials that support homosexual HIV patients to go and sleep with other men. Lubricants and all that. And those same organizations, representatives, openly also submitted, and you captured it, that yes, they do support, they do give this, they do that to support. And Sam George was so angry, and he blasted them. Then after just 3 weeks ago, you have blasted them. 2024, when you blasted the same people, that these are the very people who are promulgating and enablers of LGBT, and just as recent as 3 weeks ago, you blast them, and that they are the people, and everybody knows that these are the sources, clandestine, advocacy, counseling here, medical here, HIV here, and you, the same group of people, including Honorable Sam George, who blasted them openly. None of us blasted. He blasted. Then you turn around to come on Friday to come and exempt the same group of people. You yourself, you have gone viral for blasting them and accusing them of that crime, to say that they can go ahead and do the same thing that you have accused them of, and even use it to promote LGBT, and they should be exempted. What kind of hypocrisy is that? What kind of double standard is that? So Ghanaians, please, these are dangerous dilutions. These are dangerous deletions and insertions. We should not be allowed to just go like that. We want the old bill to come. We want the old bill to come. The old bill is what has the deterrence, the teeth to bite. If you want to say Adia Akufo-Addo went to me and Mahama Baya Wabeya, what that means is that the bill that was passed in 2024, President Mahama, you sign it in the shape and form as it was. The shape and form as it was passed. And the can say Adia Akufo-Addo went to me and Mahama Baya Wabeya. But not when the bill is given to you. Now we'll say, what the bill no, the woman no, a idea, a chiwadia, one now was a bill no, a demo, be bien was a Mon farmer on one side, Mon Tuntia or Namon to Mamma, me ba, must sign in the same way. Sign the bill, me ba, must sign the same bill. Oh, promise a software, oh, promise imam for, oh, promise a him for, oh, promise you be a no court to a baby. I say, what the old bar, be beer and touch my bill, no be sign, oh, by house there be. Say, yen to 2 more and 3 more, near and fast as SMC, me remu. Ama 1 near, obia nim warm. Mo anisi fo ya Sam George mo nyina mo ka mo anisi fo ya ma bo mo achi openly say wo mo na hye LGBT achi na nkofo bia mpro ni wo mo ho ahi sabe e wo LGBT ayi mu say safo na hye kire no na wo mo aye mpo de ye mo 3 years jail ana say ache so 5 years jail town wo kwachi obi mpo so wo ya ono na oye no say ye man only 3 years ana say man 5 years na mom no nipa na ono hye kire pomp sika gum organizing meetings, manko for visa asylum, don't kwa brochre, mamu no memo among lubricant, bohu de road de call radio so TikTok ni ade, man ya kono, ye mo 10 years. No, yen sign, nemo wo ba ya, wa be cancer. Sanfo na wo mu na hye kire no. Yen yi wo mu nsin che ne ye mo ho ban. Na ze mrana wo hye ye no, wan sha ma Ghana fo. Mrana wo hye ye no, wa sha ma UN fo. Wa sha ma 1 year if one man on here development partners and you donors now won bre usika no donors now wo gisika free wo mo ho no wo na wo sama wo ana wusuro wo enti na wuyi wo masi nchen say wo mo de mra no wo betumi akobo ehun dawuro sample or your foreign donor or your NGO or your health worker or your lawyer or your journalist de or ye bia no say obo emra ne obo LGBT hu dawuro krampa yenyinu insin chain no mra no oye above the law Samra we na Ghana almost one more pass ya omo edi hu ebobo the catch the Ghana for no say emra almost one more passing no enye the same as emra no a ye passing in 2024 no omo asesa no omo hwe nsu agumu atutu mu sin nyina ade bia na ehu omu anka hu a nanka o wadwempo bi se wo kwakoye bia anka be bo hu no atena se no omo atutu ni nyina afiri mu e de fofora be wure mu akoye se wo be se mra e de atia am robbers na wo de mra na koma am robber first am robber for mo am nkyere ye de hyemu a e be boa mo no mo de abrew na mo yi wo mo asi nkyɛn se mo de protect mo nti mra no enye de e ba be to LGBT so rather no e de e ba be boa LGBT because senka yakumapa ena nanka omo de kan de omo kan o 2024 se de ni nyina yese wo yen sign bill no dia e ba ne se na mra kro ya ye nyina yese yen sign in 2024 no ene de NDC force mra no nye enti yen delete nyoma mako 22 free mu ansa mra na di mu NDC for ya wo wo mu gina ho e blast UN80 force mo na mo hihye kire ye ba be clamp down ye ba be LGBT enti no mra no edi mu na Kenya for kra so mu no de wo mo sesa ya ne Ghana no yi free no ne Kenya hye wo no mo pass ye bibia ne wasi etosi wo nti no to abama me na me ba me President John Dramani Mahama me ba me na me science amara na ma ho o ba ya wo se ye ndiliti nneoma 22 mfa 31 foforo wura mu ansa sabi na we ne na se ya mmom amane a na wo betine se asenti bi a obi ba be dada wo se emradada no anu asan na enye mradada no mo asesa no na kwa bibi foforo no mpo no na ba be hye bibi etise mu kena enti ye kan se mo ma ye mfa mradada no a emfa nko bibia ni wa touch ma e wo mradada ne ho because mradada no ba ye no ye dodo ye wo ha nyina dodo na ka se eye nye san ye kan ye se ensan eni sifo kan se ye President Mahama kan se ye Sam George kan se ye nipa ba ko amete se o kan se enye eye Abraham TV e friend no lawyer de la sky e no tro de court se e fam bi e wo sa bills ni mu a ono de one bill no enye den enya adwen na onu fi se ye sinto ntino court emma ye yin free mu ansa ye parliament de akoma president Ghana obiane na anya adwen senke ono ne ne enke wo ba be ka se ye yin 22 nyoma free mu dia enka ye dibuo ne ni die be ba na tie no senke ono na ko be ka se ye nya amendment makoma sisa mu 31 a ena nka Ghana fo betie no na wo NDC Mahama President Mahama so excuse me with the greatest of respect His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama any honorable Sam John NDC fo bia mo de mo se bill no edimu enti no mo ne obi odi akokot onya adwen na president twifa so no on sign na mo ba mo de mbe sign na mo ba ye mo na mo se afempo die mo bo 22 deletions me nyi ni se de na de la scam podcast enyi film no ebe buru miensampu enso ne de wo de wo se yenkoyi 22 film enfa 31 ka ho enti no ye nuanom in conclusion no bill no I don't get it. This part. Yes, and to bill no, ewo ho no, enye the same bill. Ye nyina ye gitu mu se, enche ye bia chinye ne propaganda wo mo ye no. President Mahama na ba bonten e be kan mu no kura nyina se. Bill no kura na bra na Ghana focus wo mampani. Wa be president dia. Bill na ye de koma President Kufuor da Jubilee House no. Okofi no afa ankonti ko sign mai se de promise ye. Assemble no kai. Was it there be bill bia ni Jubilee House na bill bia ni wa parliament de come President Kufuor the san say na man so bi o hunti no bill no bia afa come President Kufuor until bill no ni ho I just a parliament e the bill e den e bre no ansa wasan yes an no kan enti no enya minti mfodjo na America President Mahama na no say bill no parliament anfa come President Kufuor enti no de na eni ni nsamo no de ehin na ke hwese ye obe den obe sign so enso de propaganda de gu na nimu ase e de gu MPP nyina nimu ase safo na di sa propaganda na nimu na se ko mo ba ya na ko ma be sign enso mo mom no mo se da bi ye ntutum wo bi ahwe TV sa Friday no ye ma no se ye fa we num ko se da bi wo mo na gina wa ye lawyer for the LGBT for argue yenyi we free me fa we shape no mo tutu ne nyina mu pass na ne nyina no Behe no. Na bi a conference bi ebe baso na watwi mu. Na bi obi pese o yeden o prepare ne ho. Na ko pass bibi a sabi esin bi anim no omga Uganda so enso ya pass. But Uganda bill no mo pass ye no. Nsuo momentum nsuo momentum mo sen. Senegal bill no mo pass ye no. Wo mo amfa exemptions we enwra mu. Kenya country be all back conference yi wo bill na wo ye ni na wa ha di mu ankasa di mu gina na so ye wo man delete san yo man anti no de kan say the bill wo so ma pass no enye bill eye solid eye empty eye bill mu ma eba beboa ama dwumedie no akoso tie sre mampani sre speaker of parliament sre ndc aban say ontie de ne ye kan o floor mo twifa so mo de mo na ma twifa so no na o mo me fa old bill na Ghana force ye pe no ye mfa no anya den enkoma no no won sign so eno na Ghana for akomba den ebetu omu ye ye da mase bebri na me sra mo
yeah. Two questions. Ibrahim. So the Ibrahim copy, GH1 available. The hard copy you can turn on the microphone.
So can you start releasing it to their thing and to share on the plan?
There's a microphone in front of. There's a microphone on the table. Just turn that on. Or if you can use that one, is it working? So you can use it. Is it working?
Yeah. So
this one is working.
Yes.
Yes.
Two victims, the deletions and the insertions and the amendments. Are we not just dealing with semantics as to what they really mean in some instances? We're holding up to and identifying us. Are we not just talking grammar here? Or to hold up us, to identify us? No difference to many people. Now, the argument from the other side, and that is the majority side, is also that if the bill as passed in 2044 was clean, squeaky clean, and had no issues, the president then would have signed it. The fact that the bill was not signed, that's the argument. The fact that the bill was not signed meant that there was something wrong with the bill that needed to be addressed. And that's how come the committee held the public hearing for 2 days, solicited input from the public. And that's what has informed what transpired on Friday. You were there. Is that accurate? Is that accurate? Now, the action call from your end. Are you saying the president should not assent to this bill as passed? And we're talking about bringing back the old one. That doesn't lie with the president. That lies with Parliament. Parliament has passed the bill as we speak. Are you saying that the next process, which is giving it an assent, is when we're asking the president not to do? So we are toying in our minds.
All right. Mami Weano.
Please turn off the microphone.
Let me quickly respond. Thank you very much, my very good friend and brother Ibrahim for the very intelligent questions. Number one, 3 questions. Number one, deletions and insertions, semantics. No, they are not semantics. In legislative crafting, no 2 English words are the same. In judicial interpretation, no 2 English words or phrases are the same. They are 2 and entirely different. They mean differently and they are interpreted differently. So the interpretation of holding out can never be the same as profess, confess, openly identify. Why are you now, specifying? Is there any rationale behind the clarity? So they are not the same. And the deletions and insertions were not mere semantics. And we demonstrated a lot to you. And all the ones we demonstrated to you, they are not semantics. For instance, you are deleting a whole reassigning gender to correct biological abnormality, and then say, no, delete all that, and just say intersex. How is that semantics? That's materially different. You are inserting a whole subclause that was never existed before in the old bill. A whole sub-clause, you are inserting it, and you are saying it's semantics. Semantics of what? No. So, the original provisions that were there, you deleted and brought your own recrafted ones. They are not semantics. They are different directions. And two, no matter how similar their intendment is, they are different, and that is a fundamental thing. And in most cases, you even inserted new things that did not exist before. Why now insert them? Why have you suddenly seen the need to now insert things? If the bill then was right, what mischief is the new insertions going to cure? So it's not semantics. It is deliberate. The second one, clean. If the bill was clean, then why didn't President Akufo-Addo sign? Now, the matter of signing, President Mahama himself said to the clergy, when he was told that, President Mahama, the bill that you said when you come, you sign, no? President Akufo-Addo did not sign it, so sign it for us. And he said, no, there's no bill in Jubilee House because no bill was submitted to President Akufo-Addo. You media, you reported the same thing, the voice is there, the text is there. President Mahama himself, not in Team Forjo, President Mahama said that he himself exonerated, and I give him credit for that sincerity. That he didn't do politics, he didn't do propaganda, he was sincere and said that the bill was never submitted to President Akufo-Addo. He never got it. So there's no bill at presidency to sign. So if Parliament sends it to him, then he will what? Sign. So the other question we are asked, so the bill, that propaganda, President Mahama has already what? Settled it. And there will be Biana, or maybe the propaganda two teams that acquire na President Akufo-Addo answer. President Mahama now say bill na ende anko na President Mahama President Akufo-Addo esigina ewo ho. The last one is the calls for assent or not. That's what we are calling. The air cancer President Mahama say, oh no, bill way, a year they are passing 2024. No, and was or their campaigns or bar or best sign. Into Parliament, first how bill no day, come President Mahama no day on sign because what said boss and no better or best sign. Into that day na ukotu tumu. And this what to mu now they command one. And yeah, no only bill now President Mahama cancel about bed or best sign different things. Into the way they were to mu ya a symbia ni mu ya no mumpona. I exempting for na homeless LGBTQ no. Na more ebe show mo kutu pa ye ne more no. Now say what the command President Mahama so on sign ya. Obetumi assign, obetumi aka say on sign, but the system bi obetake was so no. Some bill no different from there on or no akasa council will be signed the Ghana for every himself go back or be signed. And no need the eka.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name is Ohinam Ponsa. I work for Adom. My first question emanates from the insert and delete. I think that legislatively I really don't see anything wrong with it because when bills are submitted to Parliament, Parliament sits on it and then some of these things are, if you like, realigned or corrected. But on the second leg, don't you think that parliamentarians, minority and majority, you are setting your president up in that when President Akufo-Addo says he was not going to assent to the bill?
Did he say?
Well, when the supposed letter was brought to...
Which letter?
From the President Secretary to Parliament. I mean...
From bringing because the matter was...
Yes. Well, the matter was in Supreme Court. We really didn't hear... So let me learn.
Sorry to cut in, but I'm just helping. Because as we are all... You're my very good friend and brother. You are one of the finest journalists. And you know, we're top notch. And you know, the record no canisa.
Okay.
And can be propaganda because nipa na hoye propaganda no one president abeka say emrano anko President Akufo-Addo animpo no asin ugina.
Fair enough,
it shouldn't lie in your mouth to now come and say President Akufo-Addo said he won't sign.
Fair enough.
Unless you have the
I'm speaking to the official letter from the presidency to Parliament.
That's
what the letter said.
Yes. From submitting
because the matter was pending.
Exactly. So let me continue. So what I'm asking is that at that time, everybody heard the then minority impressing upon the president then to sign, which to him or to the presidency, it identifies certain challenges with that bill. Today, that same bill that the current majority finds troubling and that it has gone through certain amendments, you have a problem with it, and then you want the old one sent to the presidency for it to be assented to. Are you not setting your president talking about minority and majority?
There are two things here. We on the minority have been consistent in our principles and our positions on this matter. We are not setting any precedent up. Now, the first thing is insert and delete. That it was just normal. There's nothing wrong. But you also concluded that, it's normal practice that it comes to Parliament so that they do delete and insert to what? Realign, in your own words. Is that to realign and correct? If deletions and insertions in your interpretation is to realign and correct, it means that there was something that was misaligned. It means that there was something that was wrong that needs correction. Do you understand? So is NDC suggesting now that by justifying deleting and insertion, there was something substantially materially wrong with what they wanted this country to have, that they willfully knew that the wrong was wrong, the law was wrong, the law was faulty, and still they were championing and campaigning that that is the bill that had to be signed for Ghana? That is malice. But if the bill then, in their own sincerity, it was good then, why now subject it to realignment and corrections? Then there comes to pressure. They were the ones who were giving pressure, even when the bill was not before. When our own President Mahama says the bill was not with President Akufo-Addo, it was NDC was going around saying that the bill is with President Akufo-Addo. We didn't put any pressure, and today we are not putting any pressure. All we are telling Ghanaians is that the bill that they have passed is not the bill that President Mahama said he would be promised to pass.